Hi everyone, it's Milton Andrade again from Milton & Associates, Franklin Realty Consultants. I am here to tell you the obvious. The market is on fire. The market's crazy. We have multiple offers everywhere you go. Fantastic if you're a seller. It's very challenging if you're a buyer. And if you're an agent that is representing a buyer, you've got to take out every tool you have in your toolbox, everything you've learned over how many years you've been in the business to get your offer accepted. You got to stand out. And I'll tell you that you don't always have to have the highest offer, because offers today are being sent in over asking, over list price, potentially over appraisal, guaranteed payments over appraisal, though not always, just trying to get to the top of the list, trying to stand out. So I'll tell you, how do I get offers accepted when I'm representing buyers? It is being flexible. Offering ask or above ask, but do your research and gauge your client's desire to really get into this property. And more than anything, be easy to work with. Know what you're talking about and be able to relay that competency to the listing agents that you're talking to. So recently, I've been representing a client. It was a referral, a friend of a friend. She's looking for a multifamily, wanted an ADU, and was going to get a mortgage, an FHA mortgage for this purchase. I'll tell you today, in this market, it's no secret that FHA buyers are unfortunately treated like the redheaded stepchild, because a couple different factors. Not only are they putting a very low deposit, a very low down payment, but the property has to qualify nearly as much as the borrower. And in a market like this, sellers are less likely to want to make repairs or really take their property off the market and take a risk, take a chance that you got to pass through inspection, you got to get the insurance inspections, you got to pass the appraisal and the appraisal inspection. And there's just a lot that goes along with it. It's not hard, but if you had a choice, and sellers do, they try not to go down the beaten path. So how did I get our offer accepted? I went in strong. I previewed the property for my client since she's in New York and she's not going to be able to come back down here. She was already here. She couldn't stay here forever. I spoke with the agent. I was there. I was on time. I took videos. I took pictures. I analyzed the property from my own perspective as if I were buying the property. But also, I put on my construction hat and inspected the property from a building standpoint. Perfect. 2017 build. And that's what you want, especially for an FHA property. And so we submitted our offer above ask, but I checked comps will be good. And I gave a large deposit, a short, within reasonable inspection period, 10 days, because it's difficult to get an appointment with an inspector these days as well. They're so busy. And I reassured the listing agent that my client is qualified. And I also introduced my banker that I do a lot of business with, Kimber White, who's the president of the National Mortgage Brokers Association with 33 years in the business. You want to have the right team, showing that you have competency, you know what you're talking about. And not everybody has 33 years or 20 years in the business, but knowing what you're doing, knowing what you're talking about, knowing how to explain it and how to reassure a listing agent and a seller that your client is qualified, that you ran the background credit reports, you did the tax returns, you checked assets, you verified everything so that we're not going to have a surprise down the road. So being able to show that, yes, my client is qualified, being able to show that we're willing and able to get this done, that all helps. And then speaking to the listing agent and knowing what you're talking about, being able to convey that over the phone and in person if you're able to meet, that's what sealed the deal. Because I know for a fact, the listing agent actually had a higher offer. But that offer also had a lot of incompetent people, and they were going to nitpick on the inspection, and it's 2017 construction. What are you going to nitpick? The roof is perfect, the windows are perfect, the electrical, the plumbing, everything is perfect. They seemed like they were going to be difficult to work with, and that was enough to get them on my side. And so my client won the day. We have the contract, and we're going to be closing in a couple of weeks. And I'll tell you, that is how you get contracts accepted. It's being flexible, being willing, showing competency, having the right team, and being easy to work with. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my tip of the day.